All right, guys, so let's go ahead and see what you're going to be getting here in the class for your kit so you have an opportunity to kind of see and explore what we're going to be doing. And so I have ordered everyone a Raspberry Pi starter kit from Adafruit. This is the foundation kit. It's one of the best. There's tons out there, so even if you're following along online, you don't have to have this exact kit. You just have to have the components to be able to operate Raspberry Pi. But I love this box. We can eventually turn this into a joystick console, which we'll do in a future project. But inside, you are going to receive the following. You're going to get this awesome Raspberry Pi case, which is going to allow you to store your Raspberry Pi, keep it protected. It actually already has it in there for you, which is great. And so when you pop the top off, okay, it just pops right off. You can see the Raspberry Pi. And in here, they have installed the Raspberry Pi Model B in here. So we are in good shape. This is the newest model at this point. And then they also comes with some sticky tabs you can put at the bottom right down here on these pieces here if you want. So we'll go ahead and just stick these on right quick. And for those that are new to Raspberry Pi, this is basically a computer. And there are lots of pros and cons which we're going to talk about in the future videos. One of those pros is to learn coding and learn how computers work. And if you mess up, you can just reformat it and try again. The other nice thing in here, which I know is hard to see, there's a small 8 gig SD card. This is the operating system of your Raspberry Pi. And I can get this out here. And this already comes formatted with the noobs, the operating system, with everything you need to get started. So that slides right in there. So we'll go ahead and put this case back on. So that's sharp. And you can see we got a jack here for audio, for your headphones or speakers, or HDMI cable to our TV or computer monitor. This right here is for our power. This is where our operating system or SD card goes. And then back here for Ethernet cable, if you don't have Wi-Fi, dongle, and then 4 USB ports. So this is the brains of the operation. So we're going to go ahead and set that right there. And if you just follow these arrows and open this up, we go ahead and just open this and lift this up here, and you can see what's inside. Let's see here. You have, which most of you won't use most of these, but all the universal plugs, so you can actually use your Raspberry Pi anywhere in the world. This is your power cable. So that's actually then just going to plug in to your Raspberry Pi right here in the power. We'll go ahead and plug that in. We'll just take this cable out here for now. And then these are just all sorts of different power packs that go on your outlet. So we are just the standard outlet here, so we're going to go ahead and slide this on. Let's say you're traveling overseas. Here's your other outlets. Okay. The other container here that you have on the other side, a little instruction guide here. We have here your HDMI cable. This is what is going to give you access to a monitor. So we unplug these options here, your HDMI, a good cable here. So we will plug this in here to the HDMI slot. And then this side goes into a computer monitor or to a flat screen TV, whatever you have available. Now here is your mouse. This allows you to obviously navigate on the browser and things like that. So we will go ahead and plug our mouse into one of the USB ports, just like that. These are starting to come along here. And then the last pieces that you have in the box is your own keyboard. This is why I like this kit, just in case you don't have all these extras sitting around at home. You have everything you need to do that. And so we'll undo this twisty here, and we will plug this into another USB outlet right there for our keyboard, mouse, power. And the last thing that's in there is this book by Carrie, one of the gurus of all things coding and Raspberry Pi, The Adventures of Raspberry Pi. We're actually going to be doing some projects with this to get started in our class. Now, the other books that I recommend, so So this book comes with it. This is going to be our good designer beginner book. But I also recommend I provided you with a USB Wi-Fi adapter. So we've got that option, and you'll also be receiving Adventures in Minecraft, which is going to allow you to learn how to do Python coding by hacking into Minecraft. So there it all is, kind of the unboxing of everything you're going to receive. And so now let's go over, plug it into a monitor, and get started with our first project. Alright, so I got all my stuff here. I got my keyboard, I got my mouse, got the power plug, and I got the Raspberry Pi, obviously the most important. So let's go ahead and get all this dialed in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and just plug in my power outlet to my wall. And so now once I have my power cable plugged in, my monitor plugged into my Raspberry Pi, I've got my keyboard and my mouse all plugged in, ready to go. I'm just going to go ahead and power up the power cable that I've got plugged into the wall to my Raspberry Pi. Don't plug it in until you're all ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and do this here, and we should have a successful boot up if everything goes according to plan. And so you can see the lights lighting up, and there's the infamous Raspberry Pi boot screen right here. You're going to see a bunch of code. There's the Raspberry Pi kicking in. Alright guys, and we should be in shape here in just a few short seconds. So while I'm waiting, I'm just going to get my cables and stuff organized here. So you can see my kind of setup. There's the screen. And we are in business, guys. We now have a fully functioning computer. So we just wanted to go ahead and do a couple little settings here, and we'll be rocking and rolling and getting into some coding and seeing the power of the Raspberry Pi.